Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Group 2 eSeniors GT3 Championship. My name is Juan Antonio Mena and I'm going to be the commentator for the evening. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are for the round 2 of the championship. Let's check on the schedule. There you see it. It's round 2 here at Monza, the lovely, fast Italian track. And I think their horses are going to run really fast as we're scrolling through all of the rounds of the schedule. And ladies and gentlemen, am I excited to go today to see some really tight, really hard racing here in this lovely evening. Welcome everyone into the chat. Hope you're all having a great Saturday. And before we jump right into qualifying, let's check on the standings. You can see it right there in your screens that Mr. Pocock is right now leading the championship with that victory in Sandford. It will be second place for Terry Trowbridge and third place for Lee Ellis. I'm going to leave the standings there for a couple of seconds so you can all watch your favorite drivers where they are on the grid and where they are on the championship at this exact moment. Good morning from San Diego. Good evening from Spain, my friend. It's a pleasure to see you here, Mr. Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to make you wait any longer. Let's jump right into the action. As we see our first person put in a lap time, that's going to be Mark Pocock, the winner of that first round in Zandvoort. He's going to put on a 51, or he's just going to get smashed by Terry Trowbridge. See right behind him, 50.223. Saturday, yeah, we're getting close to Sunday, my friend. Sunday is tomorrow. Hopefully the sound, the video, everything is okay. Please let me know if everything is okay, because I've been struggling a little bit with audio issues. So please, if you can give me feedback, that would be amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that, Jack Jacobs. Right now, the American just took that P1 with a 49.9. We broke the 49 barrier, looking great. And I think we might even break the 48 barrier. We'll have to see. It is possible. We might see the drivers being able to do so. Thank you very much, Mr. Wood. I really appreciate that. Jacobs right now, original pole for him. 3/10 ahead of P3, because right now, Linderton, what a great time there. That was a 49.935. Incredible lap by the Australian. That's a great job there. Let's check right now with Mr. Daniel Britos, the Argentinian. El Argentino. Hello, Nico. So nice to see you here, my friend. It's always incredible to see you around because you are an amazing person. And we have Britos getting a little bit of advantage with that slipstream. Let's see if he's not going to get screwed up with traffic. It doesn't look like so. You can see both of them. They're both Argentinians. Because this is Daniel Britos, and just in front is the other Argentinian, Daniel Garbage. And that is going to be a 49.8 for Mr. Britos. And talking about smashing a lap time, there you have it, 49.5 for Mr. Pocock, who didn't come to play around. He wants to take the championship, so we'll see. I announced the Group 3 race. We'll post it later. That is great. Really looking forward to see it. You can see that Jeremy Arobas, great time there as well from the Canadian. Really close to that pole position. South Americans working in tandem. You can see it there, helping each other with the slipstream. Really smart idea, and we will see if it's also going to work out in the race itself, because we know this is a high-speed track, and it all comes down to slipstream, because if not, you're really going to struggle, because this is mostly straights and fast corners, except, of course, for those two variantes, those two chicanes. You can see there Paul Moore is going to finish his lap time right now. He's improving his best lap time by half a second. That's going to be a 1:48. It's going to put him P15 provisionally. Hello, Derek. Hope you're having a great day. Let's jump now to the front again. Mr. Pocock still improving on his last lap time right now, 0.3 up. Let's see if this Parabolica is going to be good enough for him. That looks like a good entry. Is it going to be a good exit? Really close to that AstroTurf. Looks great. And what is it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, that's Jeremy Arobas showing the speed and showing that he can hang with the big boys in town. That's the pole position for Arobas right now. Still 12 minutes to go. There's a long way. But Arobas is smashing this Italian track. He's driving incredible with the Aston Martin. Please confirm, Mr. Nikos, because you were one of the people who pointed out that I did not have the liveries. This should be the correct liveries. I installed them all, so everything should be working. Let's jump right now with another of the administrators of the eSeniors GT Championship. That's Michel Benchaya, or Michael Benkaya. I don't know how he pronounces it. I'm sorry if I didn't say it correctly, but here we see him go through Parabolica. Good exit there, looks good. He's going to beat his last lap time by a little bit. For now, it's going to be half a second faster, and that's going to put him on P11. Good lap there from Mr. Benkaya. Right now, we're going to jump into Lee Ellis, who just went through Ascari. You support your coach and the people with my paints. That is amazing. Are the paints okay, Mr. Nikos? Is everything working? I think it should be. Michelle. Oh, Michelle. Okay, thank you very much for clarifying that. Ooh, that's Lee Ellis having to counter attack from that oversteer. Still going to save it. Still going to put a good lap time. And that's going to hook him up on P3. Great job there. Thank you very much. And I'm sure most of your deliveries are yours. So Shirley, you're doing a great job, mate. Here we have Michelle Bentaya. Smoking fast admins, I completely agree, especially Jeremy Arobas and hello, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like my microphone has crashed again. Hopefully you can hear everything. Is everything alright? Can you still hear everything? Please confirm. Because I'm already having those issues, so I don't know what's going on. But what a great lap time by all the admins. Thank you very much for that. Jack Jacobs is going to improve on his lap time. And that is going to put him on P4. Really close to Mark Christopher's time. It's only a matter of 27 hundredths of a second. Thousandths of a second, pardon me. Let's go now with the Jamaican Frank Tennant. Here we have him just going through Lesmo. In this case, it's Lesmo 1. Here we go through Lesmo 2. Looks like a really wide exit. Yeah. That's going to be an invalidated lap for Mr. Tennant. Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I'm asking this constantly because I'm a little poor and I cannot afford a good headset. So it's an old one I have in my head right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go with Mr. Huge Van Vaas. For his lap time, that's going to be a P13 provisionally for him. Good lap time there, 50.181. Good up from the Belgian. Let's go now with some of the guys on the back. Andrew Ambro, who we saw fight really well in the last race, to see what he can do. For now, improving his lap time by a little bit. That's 4/10 up. Let's see if he can get the best out of it. Right now, you can see there the standings. We're going to jump into a time table so you can see Mr. Pocock having the fastest sector 1 and 3. And Mr. Arrobas, Jeremy Arrobas, having the fastest second sector. So, good lap by Pocock, beating Arrobas again. But we still have a while to go. We'll see what Arrobas can do. Talking about the man, here you have him going through that second chicane. That looks quite nice from the Aston Martin. Half grid in 1 second, it's going to be amazing. You can see there 23 drivers, and they're all in 1.5 seconds, which is absolutely incredible. There's no words to describe how nice that is. Look at that exit from Jeremy Arrobas, really good. Let's see, we're gonna stick it with him because he's improving by quite a bit, and we might see a 48 pop up. So this is being really interesting. Let's go inside Mr. Sarova's car. You can see that great exit from Ascari. Looks quite good. Lost a little bit of speed still. Still has a chance to redeem himself. It's a fast exit. Let's see if now he can get a perfect parabolica that looks nice. A little slow maybe, but the exit is gonna be good. And ladies and gentlemen, let's see, he's gonna beat Mr. Pocock's time. We're going through the line, and he does a 49 dead, 49.080. Great lap there from Mr. Arrobas, who's gonna take provisional pole. And here we have Jack Jacobs just going through Ascari. You can see him really pushing, really doing well. Let's see, because he's also improving on his lap time. Maybe we'll see him come to that P3. We are not certain yet. We'll have to wait for Parabolica. That looks nice. Beware of the exit. A little bit on the AstroTurf. Not too much. It's going to be good, but it's not going to be enough. Terry Trowbridge showing himself on the podium for qualified as P3 for him. Really good lap. That was a 49.39. So great job there. Let's go back with some other drivers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check the Jamaican again, Frank Tennant. See how he does. Hatman hacks for both Mark and Jeremy. I shouldn't be reading these things. You're gonna get me fired, Mr. Margaritis. Don't say that. Michelle to put it P3. We'll see. He is doing well. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to focus on Mr. Jack Jacobs, because he's really improving right now on that first sector. He's already 0.6 up. So that would imply he would be putting on a 48, which would be absolutely incredible. That's a good exit from Lesmo too. A little slow because of that entry, but still good. Long straight. We know that the Ferrari is really fast. You can see there one of the cars completely stopped on the mat, on the grass. Mr. Jacobs, let's see what he can do now here on Ascari. That looks like a quite good entry, and let's see if the exit is the same. He lost a little bit of time. You can see he could have pushed way more on that entry of Ascari. Fortunately, it didn't work out for him too well, but he's still improving on his lap time. So we're just waiting to see if Parabolica is going to be the place where he's going to make that time back. That looks quite good of an exit from Mr. Jacobs. He's still improving on his lap time. Let's see if he's going to be able to conquer that P4. He is able to do so. P4 for Mr. Jack Jacobs. Great lap for him. We still have 4 minutes of qualifying left. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I agree with Mr. Margaritis. Give the stream a like. Support the eSeniors community. It's absolutely amazing. And as always, I'm really proud and honored to be a part of the community and to be here broadcasting this incredible event for all of you. No doubt about that. As we jump into the Britishman car, Mr. Pocock, again improvement on his lap time. That's 3/10 up. He's got to go through a car right now. Oh, you're doing that. It's not good because you can see there one of the cars just stopped. But thankfully, he was already out of the track, so it's not going to sacrifice a lot of time there. Let's check on Mr. Pocock. He only needs to do a good parabolica now, ladies and gentlemen. Will he be able to do so? We'll just see in just a few moments. That looks quite good. Quite tight to the curb. Good exit there. Not touching the AstroTurf at all. Doesn't seem like he likes it. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have a 48 here? We do have a 48.936 from Mr. Pocock. Breaking the 48 mark. As I told you, great lap from the British man. That was absolutely amazing. Let's jump now with Mr. Robert Obando, the American, right now going through Parabolica as well. He's not improving on his last lap time, and he's gonna cut that whole AstroTurf part. It's not gonna be enough. P25th for the American. Let's go with the Argentinian now, Mr. Daniel Garbage. You can see him right here. Right now, we're going through the straight, back straight, and now we're going to jump into a Scotty. Let's see how he does. That looks like a really, I guess, aggressive entry from the Aston Martin. Let's see if it's the same for the exit. That looks quite good. Really good entry there. That was amazing for Mr. Garbage, who's improving by half a second, so he might break that 49 barrier. Let's see if Parabolica is the right place for him, so he can get even more time on that lap. The professor did it again. Place your bets, gentlemen. I need to install the What's a Curve device on my Lambo. I think I need to do that as well, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna put Daniel Garbage on P7. What a great lap. That was a great exit from Parabolica. And for now, he might secure himself a top 10 position at least. We'll see, because we only have 1 minute and 30 seconds of qualifying left. So we might have only one lap for all the drivers. That's really wide on that curb. Had struggled to control the car there. Lost a little bit of time on both Lesmo corners. Let's see if now he can make it up on Ascari. You can see the McLaren. What a beauty, eh? My God, what an incredible livery. I love it. That gold color looks amazing. Wow, really hard on that entry curb. Looks like a pretty good exit to me. But he's still not being able to improve on his lap time. As we said, he lost a lot of time in the Lesmo corners. Gonna have to move Poco back to Group 1. He's put in some top-notch performances so far. Of course, the first race, he didn't make a lot of mistakes, and he secured himself that victory. We'll see if he can do the same this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 20 seconds left of the qualifying. So we'll see if any of the drivers can improve their track position. Definitely Group 1 times. Yeah, seriously, he is doing amazing. He is doing an incredible job. No doubt about that. He's putting on some really insane time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I lost feed from my microphone. I am sorry. I really need to sort this out because I don't know what's happening. Hopefully you can still hear the game alright. Because my sound is really struggling right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can hear the cracks. Hopefully not. This is being really annoying. But Paul Moore is improving on his lap time. As well as Tennant. You have him right there. My God, my headset is not liking me today. Here we have Tennant. improving by 0.3 of a second. Let's see what it can do. But yeah, my headset is not liking this at all. I don't know what is going on. Jesus Christ. That is not good. I think, yeah, you can still hear me, so I'm just going to take the headset off and pray that the microphone is going to work. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, as Tenant on P6. Great job there. OBS will filter cracks, that's great, to be honest, but ladies and gentlemen, the qualifying is over. We only have one car improving his lap time. That's Daniel Britos, who's going to put himself on P8 to finish off the qualifying. And that is going to be it for the qualifying. Yeah, basically, my sound is not working. I don't have sound on my headset, but as long as you can hear me all right, that's enough for me. That is enough for me. No doubt about that. Oh, I need it. I need it. Thankfully, and hopefully, I'll be able to get one. Because I really want to take this seriously. I love commentating. I'm really getting serious with it. And I'm really looking forward to becoming a good figure, a good commentator, a good, you know, someone who people would like to see commentate and broadcast their races. So that's obviously what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump into the timetable. Here you have it. That's going to be the grid for today. You have it right there. That's going to be Polka leading the pack. Jeremy Arroyo just behind him, and Trowbridge on P3. Arrobas with a really good qualifying. We'll see if maybe he can hook up that first position on turn 1. And all of the times were super close from one another, so I'm really looking forward to this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's going to happen here. We're going to jump right into Mark Pokak's view. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you should have the sound back as well as I. So everything should be working. Hopefully you can hear the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The race is going to start in just a few moments. You see there all the cars going through Parabolica. And my God, it's going to be a green very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Pocock is going to set the pace. And here we go. That is going to be it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Pocock right now keeping that P1. Great job. You can see great start from Mr. Trowbridge, who's right now ahead of Arrobas, but he had to slow down because if not, he was going to eat Pocock alive. You can see there, they're going to break side by side. Mark Pocock still keeping that P1. That's Arrobas losing a lot of positions. You can see it there. Daniel Britos, there's a big chunk of cars fighting in turn 1, but everyone is coming clean out of it. That's really good. But ladies and gentlemen, that's Jack Jacobs now on P4, and unfortunately, Mr. Arrobas had a bad start, but he got that position back right now. P3 for him. It's Mr. Pocock on P1 still. You can see there. Right, side by side through the second chicane. There was a little bit of contact. Arrobas going to keep the position. Oh my God almighty. That's Tennant going through that really big sausage. The big curve. Oh my God, that was so dangerous. You can see there that he is parked right now. Really struggling right now. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see Arrobas right now dropped to the back. Mr. Pocock, as you can see, leading the race, no problem at all. And Arrobas has dropped massively. Unfortunately for him, not a great start. A lot of fighting going on. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. Freddie Trowbridge defending from Mr. Mark Christopher. For now, it's looking quite good for him. The British man doing a great job. Arrobas just behind him. Also getting a really good exit. And we're going to check on the mid-pack. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. Mr. Gadovich. P10 for him, trying to chase Terry Howard. Jack Jacobs, who was one of the best cars who have started, unfortunately dropped massively. Here we have Gadovich. Ladies and gentlemen, is going to try to move on Terry Howard. The British man, is he going to be able to do so? I think with the slip ring he might. We'll see. We're gonna cross the finish line for the first time here in Monza. Garbage with a lot of speed on that Aston Martin, but it's not being enough to catch that Porsche. And here we have Mark Christopher defending from Jeremy Roberts. Great job there. Let's go on the back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have Thierry Aw, the Frenchman, trying to make the move. That was so close between ours and Mr. Paul Moore. A little bit of contact, really tight between one another. That was really close. Let's go back into the car I was talking about earlier, Mr. Jack Jacobs, who was doing quite well at the start. Unfortunately, got involved in the big incident here on the second chicane, where Frank Tennant went completely through that sausage. You can see there, Michel Benchaya. There you have him, making the move happen. Unfortunately, he lost the position, and right now, you can see both cars with really similar deliveries. He's in a sandwich of Hulk Hogan. There you have him. Let's see if Mr. Roberts can defend himself, or maybe go for the attack on Jacobs. We'll see. For now, I think he's going to be patient. He should be waiting until the straight. We'll see. And ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the Argentinian. Daniel Garbage again catching Mr. Howard more and more. Now he only needs to get a good exit here on Parabolica to secure himself the position. We'll see what happens. Hopefully now everything is working all right. The sound and everything. You can see that's a good exit from Garbage. But it's still not going to be enough to catch Howard for now. The gap's already building up. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. Jeremy Roberts already in clean air. Getting real close to Mark Christopher, who took that first chicane really slowly. Andy Lee's, I think you are referring to. You can see him right there. Right now looking too good. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have a fight. Melvin Garland and Ollie Littner was one of the guys who made a great lap time on the qualifying, not being able to capitalize on anything. Garland is going to secure himself the move in that P21. Let's go with Harrison Nolan. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have him fighting with Mr. Colomba. We go through that second chicane. Everyone's going cleanly, looking real good for everyone there. Let's check now on Jack Jacobs. Here we have him right behind Garbage. Now this three-man pack is forming, and it's looking quite good. You can see there now a fourth, because Vitala made a little bit of a mistake on Lesmo 2, which slowed him down massively. And now this is going to be a four-man fight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens. But for now, everything seems calm. And the only bad thing about Monza is that if you make a gap and you don't have slipstream, it all depends on your pace. And if the pace is similar, of course, we're going to have big gaps happening throughout the whole race. We've already gone into the first 5 minutes. Mostly everyone has been clean, not a lot of incidents. Unfortunately, a couple of cars who have been involved in really serious and big crashes are to see. Andy Lee is making a great move on Littner, who has really dropped massively on the back. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have Terry Howard. We were talking about him just right now. The Britishman is trying to make the boom of the finish, Mr. Vitala. Let's see if he's going to be able to do so. For now, he's going to have to wait. Let's see, he's entering to the first chicane, and that's really tight through the first part. The second part looks good, but the exit is going to be way slower for Mr. Howard. Let's go right now. Just behind them, we have Garbage and Jacobs. Jacobs and Garbage, the Argentinian and the American, fighting for P10. But again, not a lot of overtaking opportunities just for now. You can see there that red car just in front of Mr. Garbage. Here you have him. That is, if I'm not mistaken, let me see who that person is exactly. That is Terry Howard, of course. But for now, everything seems very calm. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an overtake maneuver here from Uwe Tollin. Great move. And here again we have a fight, another fight. Monsanto and Garland still going at it. Rob, we miss you. We want to see you. You are damn right. We want to see you. Jack Jacobs making a big mistake on a Scotty, and it's going to loop massively. Oh my God! That's a big impact on the wall. Really forced the rejoin, and that didn't help him out at all. That's big damage from Jack Jacobs, who was doing quite well, but now he has sacrificed himself, and he might have to pit early. Not looking good for Mr. Jacobs. Might have to go to the pit lane very soon. As you see, Michel Benchaya, here we have him trying to defend from Howells. Finally made that move. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Frank Tennant again. We're going to check that out. Let's check what happened. Because we saw him right there. Completely losing it on turn 1. Here we have him. Whoa, that's a big hit. That is such a big hit. On the curb. You cannot go that hard. And again, Tennant on the wall. Oh my God, we're going to check that again. We have to check again what happened to Tennant. A couple of mistakes at the same time. First on the first chicane. As we're going to see right now, you can see they're going super fast, braking late. Not judging the braking zone. And then we're going to see that again. Oh, this time around he makes contact with the Argentinian. And is going to be put completely out of the track. Really unlucky for Mr. Tennant, who has dropped massively. Right now it's P17. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump to Vitala. Now P7. But my God, really bad luck for Mr. Tennant, who was doing quite well. Really unfortunate for the man. And ladies and gentlemen, there are not a lot of fights. It's only this fight, and then the fight we've had all race long. Or P13, P14. We're going to check it right now. There you have it. Is Harrison Nolan. Just behind Terry Howard, who has dropped massively as well after that mistake. You can see him there. That's a really good exit from Nolan. Let's see. He's going to be able to make the move at the end of the straight. He has speed, but it doesn't look like he has enough to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have Vitala really close. Chasing Daniel Britos, who's doing a great job this time around here in Monza. Right now P6 for him, so great job. But for now, not a lot of overtaking maneuvers, just people trying to catch some slipstream. Which is obviously the thing you need the most, ladies and gentlemen. That's Andy Leeds. Here we have him right now. He's going to try to make the move on the inside. Not going to have too much of a trouble doing so, but he misjudged the braking zone. Going really late on the brake. It's going to slow it down, and he's going to let Monsanto go. That's a respectful move from Mr. Andy Leeds. And I completely agree with you on the chat. He should pit early if he has too much damage. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Moore has made a mistake and lost a position. See him right there. P17 for the American. Let's see how it takes us to. My God, there's a lot of debris on the track, especially on those two Lesmo corners. So you gotta be aware of that, because if you hit it, you might have a little bit of trouble. Andy Leeds again on the chase of Monsanto. You can see all the debris flying around. But still, Andy Lee is gonna try to make the move. He doesn't have enough speed. You can see the damage really struggling. Michel Benchaya just made the move on Andrew. Ambro is going to conquer that P9. Great job from Mr. Benchaya. But you can see there, Ambro is not giving up. They're side by side. And Ambro's way faster on the straight. As you can see, I think Mr. Michel should drop behind him and get the slipstream. You can see there, he's just going to do that. And let's see if he can make the move back. Terry Howard is doing a great job. We're going to check on the front right now, but there is a big gap between the first three. You see there, Matt Pocock just chilling around 49.9, and that was his best lap time at 50.3. His last lap time around Monza. But the top three are not fighting. You can see here, that Vitala again defending from trying to get the position from Britos, but it's not happening just yet. And again, here we go. That's going to be Lesmo 1. Let's check on the front of the car. Oh, Vitala. Let's see if he can get a good Lesmo 2. That looks nice. Not too much on the AstroTurf, but still looks like Britos has the faster exit. But we're not going to see a move for now. You can see there the back of Daniel Britos, who's defending quite well. Let's see if he can defend it this time around. Here we go. Through Ascari. Really looking good for the Argentinian. And he's still going to keep that position. Great job. Yeah, that's a little bit off the track from Mr. Vitala. Almost a little bit of time there. Yes, sir. I completely agree with you, Mr. Don Queen. And we're going to put him on the camera just in a second. You have Terry Howard now fighting with Colomba for P12. Let's see what happens. The two red cars. You can see the Ferrari and the Porsche fighting it out. And let's see if Howard can make the move now on the finish line straight. You can see the speed is there and the slipstream is helping massively. Getting closer and closer. We might see the move happening at the end of the straight. Let's check on the front of the car of Howard. It's not going to be enough just yet to make the move happen. It's just going to have to be a little patient. And as you were pointing out, Mr. Ellis always tries to keep it calm at the beginning. We're going to have to jump here because again the fight Vitala and Britos, and you can see there now is Vitala ahead, but of course Britos has the inside. But as you said, Lee Ellis always strikes at the end. Completely agree with Margaritis here. So he's just playing it patiently. He knows he doesn't have to force that much, so he's just taking care of the tires, playing it safe. No need to force, no need to do anything stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Lee's really going slow now. I think this is an indication that he should go to the pit lane immediately, because you can see how slow he's going. The car is completely shattered. So he should be pitting very soon. But he still has the whole lap to go through. Oli Lillard just behind him. You can see it right here. Let's see if the Australian can make the move happen. Be aware of this, because the Lesmo corners are not an easy part. An easy couple of corners to make the move. Mr. Andy Lee's really struggling. You can see there how much speed he's lacking on the straight, and Leonard also has damage, but still we're going. Oh yeah, we have to jump right into steer Howells. We're gonna check that replay. My God, there's a lot of action happening here in Monza. Let's check what happened to Mr. Howells. You can see there. Oh, that's Menchaya losing the car, and unfortunately on the rejoin he hit Howells, and now Howells is losing massively and is gonna go to the pit lane. Really unfortunate there, ladies and gentlemen. Out of nowhere we have here a fight. Lee Ellis, who have been catching Jeremy Arrobas up. Let's see, because right now they're really close. Ellis seems to be striking the first move really soon, because it's getting real close to Jeremy Arrobas, the Canadian. Let's see who wins, Canada or USA. But for now, Jeremy Arrobas is doing a good job of defending. That's a good exit there from Lesmo too. Really look good. But as I was telling you, ladies and gentlemen, my God, this race is being completely frantic. The move is not going to be able to be done by Lee Ellis just yet. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump again back. Let's check on Mr. Thierry Oz. You can see here P17 for him. He's just chilling. He's just relaxing. P17 for now. So I think he just be focusing on his own lap times, on his pace. Try to push as much as possible. And oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, here we go through the finish line. We're jumping right into the front. It's going to be Lee Ellis and Mr. Arrobas going back at it again. And Ellis has more speed. Of course, the slipstream helping, but not too much. Jeremy has the admin hack mapped on his wheel. He has the extra 20 kilometers, and you can see Ellis is not being able to catch him. Great job there from Arrobas, keeping the pace and defending the position as much as he can. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have Andy Lee's another position that he's fighting for, but unfortunately he's going to lose it. Here we have him. P22 is going to try to make the move on Linder, but it's not going to happen just yet. We're going to check on Mr. Howells. You can see after that incident with Benshaya, things have not been working out for him too well. And right now he's on P24. Completely lost all of the positions he gained at the beginning. Unfortunately for him, he has a long way to go. The pit window is open. You can see there that it's 42 minutes left on that window. There's still a long way to go. And Lee is still trying to make that move on Monsanto, but it's not happening just yet. Who pitted? It was Howells who pitted, yes sir. He pitted as well, correct. We also have Ovando on the pits, but I think he has retired, because he has been on the pits for more than 2 minutes and a half. As we see Andy Lee is trying to make the move on the inside, even with a broken car. This man doesn't want to stop. And what a great move from Andy Lee's. He's going to take a P21 for now. Wow, that was a great move. That was amazing as we jump right into P15. Frank Tennant, who has been in a lot of trouble at the beginning of the race. Really big couple of impacts. First on the chicane and losing the car and hitting the curb massively. And then getting hit by another car. You can see there Tennant trying to get a better exit now. Try to make the move on Jack Jacobs. Really close one to another. Let's see if Tennant can finally make it happen. We're going to check on Andrew Ambro, who's going to take the opportunity and go for an early pit stop. This might help him out massively. We'll have to see. Let's jump right into Tennant again, because he has a slipstream, but I don't think he has enough speed to make the move happen. You can see they're getting real close, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Pack of 4 there. From P15 to P12, so it's looking really interesting. The fights in the middle of the grid as we see Vitala again. Vitala and Britos fighting non-stop, trying to get the best out of each other, but I think both of them shouldn't be focusing on fighting for that position, and instead what they should be doing is helping each other to catch Lee Ellis and the pack in front. In my opinion, I think that would be the smartest decision to do, because you can see the gap between Britos and Ellis is 9 seconds, so it's a big gap, big way, and big time to go. So we'll see what they do, but they're still fighting and they're still losing time. We have Harrison Nolan, P14, still fighting with Tennant. He has lost the position to Tennant. And we'll see if now he can capitalize on a move on the finish straight. We'll have to see. For now, not being able to do so. Right behind him, here we have Uwe Tolen, the German, trying to catch Thierry Haas, the Frenchman, right in front of him. We have 15 minutes remaining, of race. Ladies and gentlemen, we have again the fight between Monsanto and Lees, who's been absolutely incredible, but I have to cut it because we have a 3-man pack on the front. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Christopher, Jeremy Arrobas, and Lee Ellis. Really good. A pack of 3 fighting for P3. So let's see what happens, but it's looking really cool here in the front now. You can see Lee Ellis having a really consistent pace. Mark Christopher has been struggling a little bit, and it's paying off not so well for him, because now he has 2 cars behind him. He had a gap, but unfortunately he lost it. So now the pressure is on him to defend it, as well as the Roberts. I think the car who should be most calmed down is going to be Mr. Ellis, because he's behind. He's just waiting for a mistake on the front. We'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated as we're going to jump into Vitala and Britos again. You can see Vitala has found himself in a sandwich of Argentinians, so I'm pretty sure they're going to help each other. So Mr. Garbage can make the move happen. I have to agree, these deliveries are amazing. Tholen has lost the car. That's a big mistake there. Yeah, lost a couple of positions already. Fortunately, back at P18. Let's go right now with Mark Pocock. You can see there that the lead is there. Not a lot of trouble. He won for Mr. Pocock. 2 seconds and a half from himself and Terry Trowbridge. And my God, I cannot leave these two men alone. The Argentinian and the finisher man. And finally, Vitala nearly had the move. But this is not going to help him out because now is Garbage behind him. You can see it right there. Now he might be able to make the move happen on the finish, man. Because of that late braking, but he's going to defend it quite well. Vitala has finally made the move, as you can see. And both Argentinians now on the fight. Are they going to fight? Are they going to help each other? We don't know. We'll have to see if they are brothers in arms. They just want to fight all night long. One way or another, it's going to be really fun to see both Argentinians go at it. As you can see there, the Garbage really lost the car there. Going super wide. He's going to lose a lot of time. Let's jump back into Lee Ellis. You can see there, catching again Mr. Arrobas. Pack of 3 still there. But no one is being able to make the move. Everyone is being patient. You got to save those tires. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see there the move of Jack Jacobs. Overtaking Richard Columba. Great move from Jack Jacobs, who's starting to recover that unfortunate start. And now he finds himself on P11, 3 seconds from himself to Michel Benchaya. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight again in the front. You can see there, we're going through the finish line. That's going to be Jeremy Zarobas. He's going to try to show the nose. He's not going to be able to make that move. He was trying to scare Christopher, but he's not buying it. You can see he took a really conservative line there. He did slow him down a little bit. But Lee Ellis is just behind these two men. Let's see if the move can happen soon. But I really do not think so. Let's go back into Frac 10 and again, finish line straight. A lot of overspeed, slipstream, easy move for now. There's Jamaican making a good move and getting himself P12. Coming back as well, not bad. We have Melvin Garland, who has pitted as well. You can see there already 4 cars pitted. Obviously, if you see a number 1 with an orange flag after the car numbers, that implies that the drivers have to do a mandatory pit stop. So you can see most of the grid haven't decided to do so just yet. Ay, 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 that's Mark Pocock! Mark Pocock has made a mistake, and he just lost the lead. We're gonna check the replay right now. That was completely shocking to see Mark Pocock in a situation like this. We're gonna check what happened. That was a mistake at a carry. Oh my God, I think there has been more pandemonium happening right there. We'll see. My God, what a turn of events. That's gonna be Terry Trowbridge on the lead now. We're gonna check on what happened to the leader. Just a second ago, you can see there. Oh, sliding, losing it at the entry. Oh no, that's not good to see. And Mark Pocock now has dropped massively now. P5 for him and has damage. So the smartest thing to do, go to the pit immediately. Reset, take this 30 seconds to relax and get the focus again and come back stronger. Really unfortunate, but now it's Terry Trowbridge on the lead. Again, what a great drive he has been putting on. Even though he wasn't catching Mr. Pocock, he has been consistent, and you can see consistency at the end is what matters the most. We also have Michel Benchaya on the pit lane as well, and Mr. Moore. We have 3 cars on the pit lane at the moment. 43 minutes remaining of this amazing race here at Monza. And here we have the leader just chilling. Shouldn't be pushing too much. Let's see if he decides to go for a pit now, because he's on a good spot. He has to analyze if he's gonna be caught up on traffic. We would have to see. I completely agree with you. It's a classic spin. Touching the curb there can be really tricky, and unfortunately it didn't work out well for Mr. Pocock. Gonna check on Pocock right now. You can see there he's gonna get out of the pits right behind Michelle Vinchaya. So we're gonna have a nice admin fight right here. Oh my god, that's a stop and go penalty for Mark Pocock. Oh, cannot believe what just happened. Did he went into second gear and sped out of the pit lane? Oh my good Lord almighty. This is the worst thing that could have happened to him. Now he's gonna have to go into the pit lane again to serve that penalty. Oh my god almighty, what a turn of events. What a downfall for Mr. Mark Pocock, who had the lead, who was completely dominating, and now he finds himself at the bottom of the grid. Oh my good Lord, this is the worst thing that could have happened to him. Unbelievable. He has a 30-second stop and go, and now he's gonna find himself completely at the back of the grid. What a turn of events. The worst thing that could have happened to him, no doubt at all. And he's out of the equation. As you see that Monsanto just served his penalty as well. We have a fight. Hoof Tolan trying his best. Defend from Thierry Az. You can see there Thierry Az still ahead. So nothing's going to happen just yet. Richard Colombo went into the pit lane. Serving his mandatory pit stop for now. And here we have Daniel Garbage, one of the Argentinians. P7 for him right now. Trying his best to catch Daniel Britos, but it's not working out just yet. I'm embarrassed to ask Nikos to make a delivery to me now. The Swedish Tiger. That would be amazing. And I would love to see that. Mr. Nikos, do you charge for making liveries? You can see there, Mr. Colombo just got out of the pits. Unfortunately, lost a position. Mark Pocock serving the penalty now. What an unfortunate turn of events for the former leader of the race. Worst thing that could have happened to him, and this has to be a really big breakdown for him because he was doing quite well. You see here that Jack Jacobs is getting in the pit lane. And again, we have the fight here. Hoof Tolan again. He's on the inside right now. He's gonna make the move, no problem on Parabolica. No doubt at all. But don't underestimate the Ferrari. You see they're really quick on the straight. Let's see if Mr. Ars can get the move back, get the position back. We'll see. For now, it doesn't look too good for him. Still have 40 minutes of racing remaining. What an amazing race we're having so far. You can see there one of the cars coming out of the pit lane. It's not going to put any resistance towards the move. Tolan just flies away for now. Let's check on Lee Ellis right now. Again, we've been talking about him throughout the whole race. He has been doing a pretty chill race so far. Very consistent and very safe, so I'm pretty sure his tires have to be really good at the moment. So we'll see when he decides to pit it. I'm pretty sure that he is one of the big contenders for the victory this time around. Let me tell you, he has been putting some really good lap times. But Terry Trowbridge right now on the lead. If we compare lap times, Mr. Trowbridge is 7/10 slower, and Christopher is right now 5/10 slower. So Liel is right now the fastest man on the track, apart from Jeremy Arobas, who's catching back up again. You can see there the clean air is helping out massively. But I think we might have a good fight for the lead between these four gentlemen. The orange means that they have to serve a mandatory pit stop, Mr. Rob. That's what it implies. You see there Daniel Garbage trying to make the move on Britos. The two Argentinians are fighting, not helping each other then. They have decided to pick the sword, not the handshake. So we'll see how this Argentinian fight goes on for the rest of the race. And I completely agree with you again, Mr. Queen. I think it's so down to the pit stop, and especially where you come out of it. Because if you come out in a lot of traffic, your race is completely screwed. We'll see how these gentlemen decide to approach the strategy. But for now, top four haven't pitted just yet. Here we have Lee Ellis getting closer and closer to Christopher. But still, not a lot going on in the track at the moment. Big gaps between all of the drivers. And let me tell you, someone who has done an incredible race so far is also Mr. Arobas, who even though had a bad start, he has been being pretty consistent so far. He's putting on a really solid performance. P4 right now. Again, he still has to pit, but he's putting really good pace. 50 mid, 50 low, and sometimes 49s. So keep an eye out. One of the admins of the eSeniors GT3 World Championship, because he might give us the surprise. We will see. See there's Holland going through the finish line. Holland in the pits ready. Right now on P10. Was P10 on the pit stop, but now losing the positions, of course. The cars who have pitted already have an advantage on him. We'll have to see if he made enough gap to not lose too many positions. But for now, everything is really calm on the track. We don't have any fights going on so far. We have Jack Jacobs, who's a second and behind Mr. Colomba. We'll see if he can catch up and maybe make a move. We're still going to take a while to do so. And again, this was what I was telling you. I think it's not helping out too much that the track is all about speed, because if you don't have slipstream, you're completely gone, and it all comes down to pace, as we see Ufthalen getting off the pits already. So right now, most of the gaps are really big, except for this fight right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have news for you. The leader went into the pits, just came out. Right now it's P6 for him, but keep in mind everyone in front of him has yet to pit. So it comes down to Trowbridge putting the hammer, putting the pedal to the metal, and just pushing as much as he can for the rest of the race. He made a good gap from himself to P2. Now it depends on what he can do. To be honest with you, he looks pretty fine, because right now he's completely on free, clean air. So it all comes down to Mr. Trowbridge driving. We'll see what's going to happen. You can see more of the cars pitting now. That's Britos, Howard, Tennant, and Tholen on the pit lane, as well as Lee's. Right back at P21. And now we're just waiting for when this fine gentleman are going to decide to go into the pit lane. as we see, Rito's gonna go out of the pit lane right now. Here you have him. He's getting out right now. Just behind him, have it, Terry Howard. What's still going on? And you can see there Lee Ellis, P2 at the moment. What is he gonna do? He is going in, ladies and gentlemen, as well as Mark Christopher. Hello, Peter. Hopefully you're having a great day, sir. Thank you for joining the stream. Hello, Mr. Craig Holmes. We're having a great day as well. And now, the leader, Jeremy Arrobas, still has to pit. Probably he will pit this lap to respond and maybe try to defend himself from the undercut. We'll have to see just yet. And I agree with you. Trowbridge didn't complete the pit stop. What has he done? He went into the pits, but maybe he forgot to put enough fuel for it to count. I don't know if he had to change the tires. Oh my god, this is horrendous for Terry Trowbridge, who had the race in his hands. Same fate as Mr. Pocock, and now he's finding himself with another pit stop who's going to make him lose massively on time. This is not good. Lee Ellis now out of the pit lane. Should be seeing the one coming off of him. So he was on the pit lane. What has just happened to Terry Trowbridge, who has lost massively again? I think he didn't change tires. And good God Almighty, this is the worst thing that could have happened to him. Now P9 for him. Let's check on our first leader, who was Mark Pocock, now P21. My God, how unlucky can you be? So Pocock had a stop and go penalty, and he had to serve it. And now it was Trowbridge who forgot to change the tires, I think. So this is not looking good. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Jeremy Arrobas now on the pit lane. Vitala's gonna pass him, but he was way behind. So he should have this place back. Garbage as well. And it all comes down now to Mr. Ellis, who's approaching the end of the track. Is he gonna respond? Is he gonna go on the pit lane? We will see, because the number one hasn't come off, so he still has to pit. We'll see if he's gonna commit and make the move right now, ladies and gentlemen. You can see there him going through Parabolica. He went into the pits, yes sir, he went into the pits, for what I've seen. And it didn't count. He's gonna keep on going. But ladies and gentlemen, this is really bad news. For Ellis, Arrobas is going to come on P4. Let's check on ours. No, ours is going to pass him. But as I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is not good. Let's check on Daniel Garbage, who has made a massive mistake, cutting the whole second chicane, losing a lot of time. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this is important, because you're going to see that Mr. Mark Christopher is ahead of Jeremy Arrobas. So the fight is going to be between both of them. We have Vitala, who has spun and gone into the wall after Ascari. Oh my God, what is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen? Everything is going frantic. Vitala has to pit still. You can see there the front a little damaged. Let's see if he decides to take the route into the pit lane. Mark Christopher is fighting with Mr. R's right now. Going through Lesmo 1. Now we're going to jump into Lesmo 2. Let's see if we can get a better exit and secure the move, no problem. Vitala. We'll see if he decides to go into the pit lane. I think he is, and he is indeed, ladies and gentlemen. You can see there, Mr. Mark Christopher trying to make the move on the outside. Now moving to the inside. This is not very good for Mars, who's keeping the middle line. At the end, it's going to be Christopher on the inside. They're going side by side still. There was a little bit of contact from Ars to Christopher, moving the line. That shouldn't be a lot of damage for Mr. Christopher, who now has again more speed. Ars defending with his whole life. But again, keep in mind, he still has to pit, so this fight is just to make Christopher lose time as much as possible. But now it's Christopher ahead, but really wide line from him. You can see there Ars again ahead of Christopher. But here we go again on the fight, and now you can see Christopher more speed on the straight. He's going to be able to keep that P3 for now. We'll see, because Ars again is going to show himself. You can see showing the nose at the end. He's going to brake late to try to make it on the outside. He's going to have to be patient, but this is the worst thing that could have happened to Christopher, because he has lost so much time. And here he comes to save the day. And Jeremy Arobas just caught up to both of them. This is really bad news for Mr. Christopher. Really bad news. Ars has to pit still. And the fight is going to be between Arobas and Christopher himself. You can see there the pack of 3 already there. Oh my God almighty, what is going on? This has been an amazing 70 minutes of racing, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all enjoying it so far. We're going to go right into Garbage, who is going to go through Parabolica right now. And let's see if he goes into the pit lane. He still has to serve that mandatory pit stop. And there you go. It's not going to take too long. He's just going to go for it, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Arobas. See him right there fighting with Ars. And that's a really good exit from Arobas. The move might happen now, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that Mr. Ars has been defending quite aggressively. Now leaving the outside to Arobas. Should try to go for the switcheroo. Or just basically, it's going to be Ars letting him by. So the one who has lost the most is Mr. Mark Christopher. Garbage on the pit as we speak. It's going to be another position for Jeremy Arobas, who's going to put himself on P3. Lee Ellis still has to pit. So now the fight comes into these two gentlemen, and Christopher and Arobas. Right now Arobas faster by half a second. And now it's just both of them. Let's see what's going to happen, because both of them have a really big gap to more of lapped cars. So it's going to be decided in pace at the moment for the next 3 or 4 laps. My God, what an eventful race we're living here in Monza. And if it was due to a bug, this is really unfortunate, let me tell you, because we've seen some people already struggling. Or what Mr. Queen said again, really correct, really good info. Maybe they made the pit stop and they didn't notice that it was the same tire set that they had from the beginning. That's a really good point. And ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to the fight between Christopher and Arobas. Terry Trowbridge is putting on some incredible laps. Right now, finding himself behind Tennant and Britos. He might be able to make it to a P3. I am not too certain about it. Lee Ellis still has to pit. Let's check if he's going to do so. He's not going to do it yet. For what I know, this man pitted. I have the pit stop here. It counts. He did pit. Maybe he forgot the tires. Oh my God almighty, what is that? That's Robert Obando just going straight on that first turn. My God almighty, that looked like a rocket ship. My God, that was really dangerous. And he's gonna drop back into the pit lane, and he's gonna take a break. My God almighty, that could have been the worst thing to happen to Lee Ellis. Jesus Christ. That was a rocket ship flying through Monza. Really dangerous move. Fortunately for everyone, no one was involved. And Robert Obrando is going to stay on the pit lane. My God. Jesus Christ almighty. I nearly lost my S. I cannot cuss. You can imagine what the rest of the word is. My God almighty, the Blue Rocket nearly taking out the leader. This is really unfortunate for Lee Ellis, who has pitted already. The pit stop didn't count. Ay, 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 ay. That's a move from Tenen. Bridges gonna lose 2 positions. Big mistake there after the chicane. And now it's time for Terry Trowbridge to try and make the move on Mr. Tennant. He has more speed. He has the pace. You can see it right there. He's faster by 3/10 last lap around. And he's catching up pretty quickly. That's also what could happen, Mr. Craig Holmes. We are not certain of what happened exactly. But my God, incredible. The action that we're living here right now. And ladies and gentlemen, I have some news for you. Jeremy Arrobas is catching Mark Christopher. And this is going to be the fight for the lead. Let's see. Finally, Arrobas can make it closer. And we can have an amazing fight for that P1. You can see there Terry Trowbridge making it back after that unfortunate mistake on the pit stop. Had to pit twice because the pit stop didn't count. Here we have him. Let's see if he can make the move now on Tennant. It looks like he has some more speed. Is he going to commit at the end of the straight? We'll see in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like it will. He's going to show the nose, but he knows he cannot make it happen just yet. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I was taking a little bit of a drink. I've been screaming for an hour, so I need a little bit of water. My God, this is really unfortunate for the leader, Lee Ellis. I don't know if he's noticing that he has to pit. His game should be saying so. I don't know if he's just waiting for the last moment. There's 14 seconds of a gap between himself and P2. But obviously that's not going to be covered on the pit stop. He will lose more than 2 positions, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see Lee Ellis. He's going to cross the finish line now. Is he going to go into the pit lane? He is not. This is really weird to wait this much for a pit lane that he has to serve. We do not know, as I said, if maybe in his game it shows that he served the pit stop. Yes, I completely agree. I completely agree with you. I think that might be the case. Because I have here that he did the pit stop. We do not know. Thierry Ars, you can see there is finally going to go into the pit lane. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. The fight that is going to be, for now, for P2. We'll see if after protest, it will be for the lead. You can see there that blue car moving out of the way. Doesn't want to get in any trouble. That was the car 513. It's the car of James Parks. P23 for him. And ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Because the fight is on. Lee Ellis right now on the lead. And this is the fight for P2. Let's check on Mark Christopher. Let's see if he can defend Mr. Arrobas, the Canadian, who's doing an amazing job. We'll see. 26 laps we've gone through already. 27th coming in just a few seconds. And the fight is on to Riars, as we said. So with that pit stop, Lee Ellis is keeping himself out. So I'm pretty sure he's going to protest that probable glitch. Unfortunately, these things happen in the game. Game is not perfect, so things like this happen. We will have to see what's the final decision, but for now, it's going to take the lead, and he's doing quite a good job of it right now. So you know, both P2 and P3 are a whole second faster. So we might be in for a 3-man fight for the lead. And that is going to be absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump right into the back. You can see there Pomor again had to pit. So there was a little bit of damage that he had to repair. Let's go with Daniel Britos. He's also been putting a good performance, couple of mistakes, but still P7 and maybe P6, because he's going to try to make the move on Frag 10, and you can see he's showing the nose. Is he going to break late? No, he's going to be patient. That's it. No advantage on performance, but they're not dropping from top grip after 3 laps. I don't apply it. PJ Vitala, as you said, great thing he's doing. He's doing great. You see there now, Michelle Venchaya getting the move on Andrew Ambro, and just behind him there's Jack Jacobs. We'll see if Jacobs can make the move happen as well. Sunny Day, I agree. I think Mr. Ellis, in case that's what happened, he should have video proof of what the pit stop was. Then everything will be resolved. But for now, the only thing we can do is wait. And he has a comfortable lead at 12 seconds and a half. I completely agree with you, Mr. Margaritis. Tennant P6 after so many incidents that he has been involved in. He's still fighting, he's not giving up, and you can see that he's actually catching Terry Trowbridge, who also, after that problem with the pit stop, it's not bad at all. P5 still, he had the victory on his hands, but an unfortunate pit stop made him draw back, as well as the man that we're going to focus right now on, Mr. Matt Pocock, who was leading the race for the first half of it. Pitted, got a stop and go penalty, and unfortunately lost all of the positions. Right now P19 for him. We're going to jump right into Terry Howard. He's going to try to make the move on Daniel Britos. You see there's going to try the outside line. He's going to keep it calm, because you can see that Mr. Britos made a big mistake on that exit. But Howard followed the move, followed the line. Oh, that's a great move from Andrew Ambro. Getting the position back from Jacobs. That was absolutely amazing move. He's going to defend, ladies and gentlemen, again. It's Terry Howard and Daniel Britos side by side. And Daniel Britos has the advantage now, because he has the inside line. He's going to keep that position. Jeremy Arrobas now dropped back 2 seconds behind Mr. Christopher. There's 15 minutes remaining of this race, so we'll see what happens. For now, everything is looking great, and hopefully all of you are enjoying this one, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Terry Howard made a mistake, going really slow. Mapoka just made the move on Thierry Oz. Right there, he's trying to make as many positions as possible. Terry Trowbridge already has caught up to Vitala, and here we're gonna have the fight. Trowbridge on the inside, no problem at all. Let's see what the exit is going to be for both the Bentley and the Porsche. That looks really good from Trowbridge, but Vitala is really carrying a lot of speed, so we might see the move back. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the finish line. They're side by side, and in just a second you can see it right there how close Mr. Vitala is. He's going to try to go for the outside line. Not enough. He's not catching the back of Mr. Trowbridge. He's going to break a little later, but it's not going to help him out too much. But, oh, he forced Mr. Trowbridge to make the mistake he's going to have to give the position. You can see it right there. That's going to be the overtake from Vitala. Great patience from Mr. Vitala, the finish man, doing a great job to put in the pressure on Trowbridge, and it worked to wonders because he just made the move happen, and he's back on P4. So what an amazing job from Mr. Vitala, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. What a performance he's putting on here for all of us. This round 2 is being really eventful, really crazy, and really enjoyable, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are all enjoying this as much as I am. Here we have him again. lost the car as well as Frank Ten. Oh my god! That was... Jesus Christ almighty! That was so close, my god almighty! You can see they're both cars, we're gonna check it out. Both of them losing the car at the exit of Ascari. What a big mistake from both of them. You can see there, Tennant. You can see, oh, so hard on the curb, both of them making the same mistake. And there you see a car going completely straight. Oh no! Oh no! Frank Tennant just hit Terry Trowbridge in the, wow, in the side. That's gonna be a penalty, I'm afraid. Because what a big shunt. Oh my god, what is going on in this race? Jesus Christ almighty, Lee Ellis is not pitting yet. I think he's gonna wait it out. And he's gonna try to send a proof to the marshals. But my god, what has just happened there in Ascari? This race has been absolutely nuts. And here we see Garbage going into the pits again, having quite a bit of damage. Good lord, here we have Andy Lees. Gotta tell you, he has a lot of power, of self-esteem, driving self-esteem, or I'm sorry to say this because I don't know how to say it in another way. He has a lot of balls. He has been involved in so many incidents. He has so much damage in the car, but still going on and keeping the car on the track. Frank Tennant and Mr. Trowbridge side by side. Let's see if the incident doesn't repeat itself. We will see. I completely agree with you, Mr. Nichols. I think that hit was completely unnecessary because he should have known there was a car just side by him. We'll see. Oh, that's really wide from Trowbridge, and he's going to lose a lot of time there. Really unfortunate. Let's check on Ellis, because I do not think he's not going to have enough time to pit it. He's not going to make it to the pit stop, so he's going to wait it out until the end. And we will wait for the marshals to give us some sort of explanation. And it's really getting messy now. A lot of overtakes, a lot of fighting, a lot of really hard-fought battles that are ending up in contact. Ooh, that's a bad line there from Colombo. You can see Trowbridge trying to make the move. No problem at all. The pit is closing in 6 seconds. Lee Ellis is not going to be able to get in time, so we will have to wait it out. My God almighty. I'm losing my voice, ladies and gentlemen. This has been absolutely nuts. What an incredible race we're having here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been absolutely fantastic. Finally, we're having some good fights, because the middle of the race, it was really spread out, and we didn't have any fighting going on for a long while. So I'm guessing it was a little boring for you viewers. I'll try to do my best you to be entertained in those times. As we see here, Richard Colombo trying to make the move back on Terry Trowbridge, who has massive damage from that instant in Ascari. You can see there, Colombo's going to go on the outside. He has so much speed, he's going to make it no problem. If Lee gets the penalty, this means V3 for PJ, P4 for Danny. And this would imply, ladies and gentlemen, that the winner of this race is between Christopher and Arrobas for now, because both of them are getting real close to one another. Yes, as we said, he didn't go into the pit lane. Here we see him. Hasn't gone in. He has gone in, but it hasn't counted as the mandatory pit stop, so we will see what's going to happen there. Jeremy Arroz, you can see right behind Christopher, racing as fast and as close as possible. You can see there the gap right now, full second between one another. And ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 minutes remaining of this race. So let's see what happens. We have here Mark Poca going completely off the track. Let's jump back. It's Jeremy Arrobas. I really want to see. Let's check on his helmet. You can see there the driver, the Canadian driver, doing an amazing job here in Monza, and he has a chance to get the W depending on what happens with Lee Ellis, who's now leading the race still. But now the gap is less than a second, ladies and gentlemen. You can see there Christopher knowing that he might be in a big fight in just a few moments. The pace is very similar between both of them, so we'll see to what it comes to. Here we go through this first chicane. Really looking good for both of them, but that's a great exit from Christopher. Way better from him than from Arrobas, who tried to correct the car. Yet at the end, worked out for him. Didn't lose it. Still a second between both of them. This is the most interesting fight we have at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, and it might be for the lead. Because again, we have one of the cars on the pit lane one of the cars who supposedly went into the pits, but it didn't count. So we'll see. Ooh, Arroba's getting real close now. He's putting on an amazing performance. And ladies and gentlemen, he's getting closer and closer now. So it's just a matter of time that we see them going into a big old fight. Now the gap, 0.8 seconds. I will volunteer for Stewart after the race, and Monday I will retire. You are great, Nicholas. You're amazing, mate. You are amazing, ladies and gentlemen. We have 6 minutes remaining. I am really sorry for the audio problems that I've had so far. This hasn't been my best day, to be honest with you all. I'm really sorry. Here we have him. What a great performance he has been putting on. And talking about great performance, we haven't talked a lot about him, but Mr. Mark Christopher has put a hell of a race so far. Super consistent, out of trouble. An incredible race overall for Mark Christopher. Well, on your end I didn't, on mine I did, and I thought it was translating, but one way or another, I really hope that you are enjoying the stream, because that's my goal, to have you entertained and to have you have a good time. That's my goal, of course. And again, the fight is still going on, really close. Let's check now. Jack Jacobs, here we have him. He's trying to catch Terry Howard. It's the finish line straight as we see someone pitting. Oh, that's Jack Jacobs with a lot of overspeed, and he's going to try to make the move on the outside. No problem at all. He has it right there. Let's see. There's no way in absolute hell that Mr. Howard is going to be able to defend that right in front of them. We have this blue car that we saw before. This area is going to move out of the way. That's a little sketchy there. A little sketchy. That's Mr. James Park. He's not been having the best of races so far for him. Terry Howard again on the chase of Jack Jacobs. They have been trading positions all over this last 20 minutes. And it's been an incredible race so far. An incredible fight between these two gentlemen. But nothing is going on at the moment apart from this and apart from the fight from TP2. I'm going to try to check if we got any updates on what is happening to Lee Ellis. So give me just a minute. Let's see if I have some way to see what happened there. For now, I don't have any information. I apologize. But for sure, after the race, we'll have the marshal review everything. We'll get the definitive results. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is not good for Terry Howard, who has completely ate the wall. My God almighty, that's a really tough and difficult and dangerous rejoin. And again into the wall goes Terry Howard. His direction is completely destroyed. Let's check it. You can see there The poor man cannot do anything. Look at the steering wheel. My God almighty, that's undrivable. He is going to have to call the tow. No way in hell he makes it back with that car. Really unfortunate for him. He was doing great. But that incident just destroyed his whole race. Really bad luck from Mr. Howard. Who's not going to be really happy about this. As we see, ladies and gentlemen, we're 3 minutes remaining. Let's check on the leader right now. That's Lee Ellis. Here we have him going through a Scotty, no problem at all. The gap between himself and Mark Christopher is 6 seconds and a half. And yes, Lee Ellis could submit that. And then we'll see what the stewards decide. Because we've seen some bugs happening here in ACC. It all depends on the information, on the telemetry, on the data that Mr. Ellis can give the stewards and the race director to then make a final decision. But provisionally, he might be taking this victory home unless he makes a mistake. You can see there, he doesn't have to force at all. He's getting caught by Christopher and Jeremy Arrobas. But unless he makes a big mistake, he's not going to lose 6 seconds in 2 laps. Because that's what we have in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 laps remaining. See there, the lap car of Ruben Monsanto. Moving out of the way, really clean, really good from him. Here we have Mark Christopher. Again, great race from both Jeremy and Christopher, who have been doing incredibly well. Really good to see these 2 gentlemen fight. Right now the gap's still a second, but Jeremy hasn't been able to capitalize and make the move stick just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 1 more lap in our hands. As we see here, Lee Ellis is going to go through a sky in just a few moments. See there? Really conservative line. He doesn't need to push. He doesn't need to risk anything. It's 5 seconds and a half between himself and Mark Christopher. Sorry, I lost my microphone feed again. I'm really sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't know what is going on. The replay is not showing the data, but if he is recording the screen, then we will be able to see it. Or if the race director has a tool, he can also check that out. That depends on what tools the administrative department has to check telemetry and everything. We will see, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the last lap of the race. Jeremy and Robert really getting close now to Mark Christopher. Are we going to see the move, ladies and gentlemen? We will have to wait and see, because we're going through this second chicane for the last time today. Let's see what Jeremy Sorowas can do. For now, he's looking really fast. Would you share the fastest lap of the race? Right now, the best lap of the race of 49.737. That is the best lap on the whole race. And ladies and gentlemen, the fight is still going on, but Jeremy Arrobas is not being able to catch Christopher. Let's see what happens now here in Ascari. This could be the turning point. This could be the moment where Arrobas can make it happen. We'll see. For now, it's Christopher going really safely through a Scotty that looks good. Let's see the exit. You can see there, really conservative line. He's going to lose speed on the exit. And you can see Jeremy Rojas is faster. But it's not going to be enough. Lee Ellis is going to take the checkered flag in just a few moments. As you see it right here. Again, we will have to wait for the stewards to decide what happened here. We have Jeremy Arrobas. He's not going to be able to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be Lee Ellis with that provisional victory. Great race one way or another. P2 for Mark Christopher, who has done an amazing job, an amazing race. For now, it's going to be Christopher taking the victory. Jeremiah Robas taking a P2. And Vitala making the podium. We will have to wait for the stewards to decide what has happened with Lee Ellis. But you can see that the fight is going on. Vitala, is he going to be able to make it? Ladies and gentlemen, he is. No problem. Here he has it. And that's going to be the podium for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to check it right now. Here you have it. You need to put Ellis with a 1:30-second penalty. Because of that pit stop, we will have to wait, as I said, to the decision of the marshals. But ladies and gentlemen, incredible race we've had. You can see there all of them packing for the camera. Woo! Looking great. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it for today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching us, for enjoying this amazing race here at Monza. It has been an absolute pleasure. From my side, Juan Antonio Mena here commentating for you. And ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing else to say. That I'll see you around next week. None other than Brands Hatch. Have a good evening. We'll see what happens with the stewards. We'll keep you updated. Thank you very much. And have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.